Where did they go? Retention is such an important word in the hair and beauty business. You don't necessarily become the best, most successful and well-paid hairdresser by doing the best haircuts. No, you become the best and most successful hairdresser by doing the most haircuts. And for that to happen, you need to keep the clients that you have coming back to you. That's client retention. As consumers, it is worthwhile reflecting on the fact that most of us change who we do business with based on the process of doing business and not the end result. Let me explain what I mean by that. I'm always skeptical about quoting statistics and the validity of them, but as Win Claybor often says, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. But I also say to myself, but what if it is true? What if the statistics that are being quoted are correct? So on the basis of not being able to confirm the validity or source, I want to share these statistics with you. As consumers, we chop and change who we do business with for the following reasons. 5% of the time, we change because it's no longer convenient. So for example, if we're talking about clients changing salons, statistically 5% of them change because they've moved house or job, so it's no longer convenient to go back to that salon. Then 15% of the time, we change who we do business with because we're not happy with the quality of the product or service. So in a hairdressing context, 15% of people no longer come back because they don't like the cut or colour. Then 15% of the time, we change because of price. So the client has decided that they can get the same product or service elsewhere and at a lower price. Then 17% of the time, we change for no reason at all. In other words, there is no brand loyalty. The client views the haircut or colour as a commodity that they can get elsewhere. But the overwhelming reason, 48% of the time, the reason we change is because of a poor or indifferent experience. In a salon context, what was that bad experience? Was it being kept waiting? Was it someone else's lipstick on the coffee cup? Or was it being sat down at a workstation that hadn't been cleaned, or having appointments constantly changed? Or was it hair down the back of your neck? Or did you feel that you weren't being listened to, but were being taken for granted? Or maybe it was always being put on hold when you called up. Or a colour stain on your collar. You see, the list could go on and on, but an overwhelming percentage of consumers change based on a poor or indifferent experience. So here's an exercise to do with your team. Sit down with your team and draft up a list of bullet points that cover every aspect of a client's journey when dealing with your salon, from when they first step inside the door until they leave with their new haircut and colour. Cover every point from how the phone is answered, how clients are greeted, how the consultations are to be done, how refreshments are offered and presented, how clients are gowned up, the shampoo procedure, etc., etc. Discuss, define and document what best practice procedure is for every point you've written down. Train everyone on how to achieve the desired standards, implement, and as the manager, follow through to make sure that it's being done by everyone every time. If 48% of people change who they do business with because of a poor or indifferent service experience, that's where your attention needs to be. So thank you for watching and good luck.